Hey everybody, Tom Moore here, your local Halifax Realtor. Wanted to come to you today with a new series called Exploring Your City. And it's just basically going to be giving you some ideas of what to do in Halifax if you're out of ideas and you're looking to do a little adventure close to home. So this past Saturday, me and my girlfriend Jackie, we decided that we were going to take a little walking tour around downtown. And we wanted to just check out some shops, restaurants, attractions that we haven't gone to before, and see how that could affect our day, and basically pass on the little places that we found to you folks so you can use them next time you're looking for a little venture close to home. So the first stop on our tour was right around the corner from where me and Jackie live at the Alexander Keith's Brewery Market. This is a market that is open from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. on Saturday. It's a one-day market, and it's, as I said, right beside the Alexander Keith's Brewery. So on the weekend, this turns into, a bit of a farmer's market where you can get your vegetables and meats, cheeses, coffee, all the little knickknacks that you'd find in a market. But it's a really great spot to, feel out that community vibe of downtown, as well as pick up some more local food and organic food and things of that nature. So that was our first stop. Next up, we went a little bit further down towards the mouth of the harbor to Daily Grind. This is also a coffee shop that's located on Lower Water Street. They used to have another location up by Spring Garden Road, but they moved within the last couple of years. And it's a place that, is a great spot to get a coffee right near the water. At night, it actually turns into a bar, and they'll have live music here and there, comedy shows. Basically, just a really great community feel for the downtown area. And again, you're right beside the ocean, so if you do want to go for a walk, which is exactly what me and Jackie did right after, you can head basically right out their door and you're on the waterfront boardwalk. Now, this waterfront boardwalk is a couple kilometers of boardwalk that stretches from one end, which the starting point is the cruise ship terminal, all the way down to the other side, which is the Casino Nova Scotia side, located right beside the Navy base there. But along here, obviously the winter time is a little different than the summertime. In the summertime, they've got lots of food kiosks. They've done a lot of work down there recently where you can go sit down, just stare out at the harbor, as well as some beer gardens, which open up exclusively in the summer. There's also places to rent segways, bikes, even kayaks, and there's even a beach volleyball court, which gets quite popular in the summer. But in the wintertime, this serves as a nice walk to get some fresh air. So our next stop, which is along the waterfront walk, was the Queen's Marquee. This is a new, staple building for the downtown area. It's been finished just within the last year or two, and it has residential spaces, a 5-star hotel, commercial offices, as well as bars and a few shops. Now, the main staple shop of that area is Peace by Chocolate. This is a chocolatier that is run by a Syrian immigrant family that came to Nova Scotia a few years ago. They've become a bit of a national story. Anyways, they've got a great environment in there, great chocolate, and definitely worth a stop. The other attractions of that area would be bars and restaurants and little eateries. So the two main ones that come to mind currently are Bar Sofia and Drift, as well as Sapori, which is more of an Italian kind of grab and go area. That is definitely, all three of those are really worth checking out. They're a little bit more upscale, but again, great environment, definitely worth the visit. In terms of the actual building itself, it's not quite finished right yet. They have plans to incorporate a few more shops, restaurants, and the sort. They're also in the process of completing kind of this pavilion area, which will allow them to host concerts on the interior of the Queen's Marquee. So that's very exciting. Definitely worth checking out if you're on a walk down in those parts. So after the Queen's Marquee, we headed up towards Barrington Street, which is one of the main arteries of downtown. We were going up there to actually grab brunch and meet a friend. But on the way up there, as we got to Barrington Street, Jackie saw this little, flower shop or houseplant shop called The Flower Shop. It's located on Barrington. It was a nice little escape from the cold weather. And we walked in there, it felt like we'd almost been transported down south. So they've got a ton of different plants you can buy for your home. And if that's what you're looking for, that's definitely a good spot to check out. Right after that, we went over to Elle's Bistro, which was the place where we were heading for brunch. They've got a really good brunch. They're also located on Barrington Street. And I had kind of the normal 2-egg breakfast. That was about $8. Jackie had the breakfast poutine and Aaron had the tomato soup. Took a little while to get our food, but it's a great spot, family run. So after brunch, we headed back down towards Casino, Nova Scotia. Now, we headed to the cobblestone part of Granville Street, and if you're looking for landmarks in terms of how to find that, it's basically in between Boston Pizza and the Split Crow Bar. If you go down the cobblestone street, you're going to eventually run into Anna Lee O'Nowen's Gallery, which is the Nova Scotia College of Art and Design art gallery, where the students who go to this college, basically they set up a curated art show. There's 3 different galleries. It's free, and there's some phenomenal talent in there. It's kind of a hidden little secret, but if you're in that area and you're looking for something free to do and check out the students' art, then that is definitely worth going to. Right after that, as you come out kind of the rear entrance of the gallery, there's this little shop called NSKD, which is Nova Scotia Kids. But what it is it's a shop, kind of the Supreme theme. They've got some super expensive stuff there, as well as some cheaper items. Jackie got like a $5 hat, and it's definitely a unique store. And if you're in that area, it's worth checking out. After we were finished shopping at NSKD, we got a ride from Aaron up to the Queen Street shops, which are basically these rainbow colored shops across the street from the Halifax Central Library. We've got a whole bunch of different unique local shops as well as little food spots, but we went to Neighborhood Witch, which was tarot cards, crystals, and they also do tarot card readings. Not really my scene, but Jackie and Aaron were very interested, and it was a cool little vibe in there. It's a different setup. We also went 2 doors down to Elsie's Used Clothing, which is exactly as it sounds. It's basically a local thrift shop. They've got stuff for guys, girls, little jewelry, clothing, shoes, basically anything you're looking for in the thrift department. After that, we crossed the street, just basically around the corner, to Studio 21 Fine Art. Now, I know it may not seem like it, but I'm not a huge art fan, but we went into Studio 21 Fine Art. It's basically a free gallery where you can actually purchase the art. And they've got local, national, and international artists on display there. And, I had like a 15-minute chat with the curator, and they have some phenomenal pieces in there. A little bit out of my price range, but again, if you're in that area, definitely worth stopping by. After that, we headed around the corner to the Halifax Central Library, which has become definitely a staple of Spring Garden Road in the last couple of years since it's been built. Unfortunately, you can't drink coffee or eat food in there currently with the current COVID regulations, but in the summertime and in the winter, obviously, it's a good place to just go, relax, read a book. In the summer, up top on the top floor, they have a little patio you can go out and kind of check out. They've got the green roof, as well as a really cool look off also on the top floor, which you can obviously access in the winter as well. During non-COVID times, they have a few cafes, which you can grab a coffee and drink the coffee with your book. So that's another area that's definitely worth checking out. So once we were finished at the library, we got a little bit book hungry, and we decided we were going to go check out Bookmark, which is this little bookstore basically down towards the public gardens, still on Spring Garden Road. They've got games, local books, international books, some gifts, a pretty wide range of things, but again, definitely worth checking out if you're in that area and you're looking to actually purchase a book. That would be the go-to spot. After that, we headed for some food at Dora Q, which is a Japanese spot that is located just off Spring Garden Road. They've got different names for it, but on Google Maps, it's called Dora-Q. And we had some really great sushi there. It's a phenomenal environment. I've been lucky enough to go to Japan in the past, and the setup in there is it's a little nostalgic of what Japan was like. But again, authentic Japanese food, definitely worth checking out if you're looking for some sushi and you're down in that neck of the woods. Finally, we walked kind of the rest of the area for a little while, decided that we were going to get some takeout food for at home that night, and we went to Baku's Chicken, which is basically Baku's Korean food. They're again, pretty well known in the downtown area, and they're most well known for their fried chicken, and it is phenomenal. Again, definitely worth trying if you're into some, a bit more greasy food or whatnot, but you're looking for a little bit of fare at the end of the day or for lunch. It's currently just takeout, but you can access their menu online and see what they've got there. Well, I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Exploring Your City. Again, it's a new type of video that I'm going to be shooting. I'm in the process of trying to get a little bit better at YouTube, editing, filming, all that stuff. So me and Jackie, hopefully over the next while, will be able to produce more videos like this from both on the peninsula as well as off the peninsula, just to give you some ideas for what to do in your city if you're looking for a little adventure or something to do, right? These are ideas that both I have, Jackie has, we have some friends that have told us where to go, and if you subscribe to the channel, you'll be able to kind of stay up with maybe some hidden spots as well as some good food, activities, and everything you need. Once again, I'm Tom Moore, your local Halifax Realtor. Thanks for watching and have a great week.